Vladimir Putin, The Weight of Power. Chapter 1. A Boy from Leningrad. The winter in Leningrad was always cruel. Snow covered the broken streets, and cold winds moved through old buildings like silent ghosts. In one small apartment lived a thin boy named Vladimir. His family was poor. His father had fought in the war. His mother worked hard just to keep food on the table. Vladimir learned very early that life was not gentle. If you were weak, the world pushed you aside. At school, he was not the tallest or strongest boy. Many children bullied him. One day, after being pushed into a wall, Vladimir stood up and fought back. He lost the fight, but something changed inside him. That day, he promised himself, "I will never be weak again." He joined a judo class. Day after day, he trained his body and mind. His teacher once told him, "Strength is not only in muscles, it is in patience and control." Vladimir remembered those words. While other boys dreamed of comfort, Vladimir dreamed of order. He believed that without discipline, society falls into chaos. He watched his country struggle, and in his heart, a quiet ambition began to grow. Chapter 2. The Silent Observer. As he grew older, Vladimir became quiet, but alert. He watched people carefully. He listened more than he spoke. Teachers noticed his sharp mind. Friends noticed his calm nature. He studied law, believing that understanding rules meant understanding power. During these years, the Soviet Union still stood strong on the map, but inside, cracks were forming. People whispered about change. Some wanted freedom. Others feared disorder. Vladimir did not trust loud promises. He trusted systems, control, and loyalty. When he joined the intelligence service, he felt he had found his place. It was not about spying alone. It was about protecting the state. At least, that is how he saw it. In foreign cities, he watched the world from the shadows. He saw how countries rose and fell. He learned that nations were not moved by kindness alone, but by strength and strategy. Then, suddenly, the Soviet Union collapsed. For many, it was a moment of freedom. For Vladimir, it was a moment of humiliation. A great power had fallen, and chaos followed. He returned home to a country confused and wounded. He quietly told himself, "This must never happen again." Chapter 3. Rising from the Ruins. Russia in the 1990s was broken. Factories closed. Crime ruled the streets. Oligarchs grew rich, while ordinary people suffered. Vladimir entered politics not as a dreamer, but as a fixer. He worked hard, stayed loyal, and avoided public attention. Powerful men noticed him. They saw someone dependable, someone who followed orders and kept secrets. Step by step, he climbed. When he became prime minister, many people barely knew his name. But when the president suddenly resigned, Vladimir found himself standing at the edge of history. He became acting president. Some people doubted him. Others hoped he would bring stability. Vladimir spoke simply. He promised order. He promised strength. He promised to restore Russia's dignity. People listened. When he won the election, fireworks filled the sky. But inside the Kremlin, Vladimir sat alone in a quiet room. Power, he realized, was heavy. Chapter 4: The Iron Hand. As president, Vladimir ruled with discipline. He believed Russia needed a strong hand. He limited powerful businessmen. He controlled media voices. He rebuilt the army. Supporters praised him for restoring pride. Critics accused him of silencing freedom. Vladimir believed freedom without order was dangerous. He often thought of his childhood. Cold streets, weak leaders, broken systems. He told himself that a strong state protected its people, even if it demanded obedience. International leaders watched him carefully. Some respected him. Some feared him. Some hated him. But Vladimir did not seek love. He sought control. Russia's economy improved. Cities grew richer. Flags waved proudly again. At night, however, he sometimes wondered, how much control is too much? But doubts were dangerous. He pushed them aside. Chapter 5: The World Stage. The world did not remain quiet. Conflicts rose. Borders were questioned. Old rivalries returned. Vladimir believed Russia must never appear weak. When other nations expanded their influence, he responded with firmness. Some decisions shocked the world. Sanctions followed. Speeches became tense. The world split into supporters and critics. Inside Russia, many citizens stood behind him. They remembered chaos and preferred stability. Others feared the cost of confrontation. Vladimir stood firm. He believed history would judge him kindly, that he was protecting Russia from humiliation and collapse. But history is never simple. Chapter 6: The Man Behind the Power. Behind the strong image was a man who rarely smiled. He lived simply. He trusted few people. Betrayal was his greatest fear. He believed loyalty was more important than popularity. Sometimes he watched old videos of Leningrad. Sometimes he remembered his parents. Sometimes he wondered what life would have been like without power. But power had become his identity. Without it, who was he? Chapter 7: Legacy and Loneliness. Years passed. Vladimir remained in control. Laws changed. Terms extended. His face aged, but his grip stayed firm. Supporters called him the guardian of Russia. Critics called him an autocrat. He listened to neither. He thought only of legacy. Would Russia be strong after him? Would chaos return? The fear that once lived in a poor boy from Leningrad still lived inside a powerful man in the Kremlin. And so he ruled. Chapter 8. The Final Question. One winter evening, Vladimir stood by a window overlooking Moscow. Snow fell softly, just like in his childhood. Power had given him everything: respect, fear, history, but it had also taken something away. Peace. He whispered to himself. Was it worth it? There was no answer, only silence. History would decide. Ending. The weight of power. This is the story of a man shaped by hardship, driven by fear of chaos, and guided by belief in strength. Vladimir Putin's story, real or imagined, is a reminder that power is not just about ruling others. It is about living with your choices and their consequences.